Very good morning, students. I welcome you all 12th standard commerce students for this commerce online class. Let us now go to chapter 24, types of entrepreneurs. Learning objectives of the lesson. Let us see the types of entrepreneurs based on function as innovating, imitative, Fabian, drawn. Based on type of business as business, trading, industrial, corporate, agricultural, retail, service. Based on technology as technical, non-technical and professional. Based on motivation as pure, induced, motivated and spontaneous. Based on development as first generation, modern, classical. Based on area, urban, rural. Based on ownership as private, state and joint. Entrepreneurs in business are different according to the type of activity undertaken by him. So entrepreneurs are called by different names depending upon the function they perform, business they engaged in, technology they adopt, the area they start the venture, the level of development they achieve in the venture, type of ownership held and motivation given to them. So depending upon all these factors, the entrepreneurs are called by different names. Let us now see the types of entrepreneurs. See the chart, types of entrepreneurs based on function, type of business, technology, motivation, development, area and ownership. Based on function, they are once again classified as innovative, imitative, Fabian and drawn. Based on the type of business, they are called as business, trading, industrial, corporate, agricultural, retail, service. Based on technology, they may be either technical, non-technical or professional. Based on motivation, they may be pure, induced, motivated, spontaneous. Based on development, they may belong to first generation, modern or classical. Based on area, they may be called as urban or rural. Based on ownership, they are called as either private, state or joint. Let us now see the classification according to the various function. Innovating entrepreneur. Innovative entrepreneur is one who is always focused on introducing a new project or introducing something new in the venture already started. So the work of innovating entrepreneur is to introduce a new project or something new in the business already started. They constantly observe what is happening in and around the world and collect the information. Their innovation may take the form of giving brand new product or upgrading the existing product, finding out new untapped market, new method of production, re-engineering of existing product, new method of distribution of product, simplification of complex process, adoption of a distinct process and so on. Next is imitative entrepreneur. Imitative entrepreneur, what's called as imitating? Copying the behavior of another is called as imitating. So imitative entrepreneur is one who simply imitates the existing skill, knowledge or technology already in place in advanced countries. So just copying what is taking place in the advanced countries. He redesigned the products developed in advanced countries and produce a version suited to their local condition. They just copy the product from the developed countries and change it or redesign it according to the existing location of their own country. For example, many electronic products invented in advanced countries are simply re-engineered, that is remodeled in developing countries. Expensive medicines developed in advanced countries are simply re-engineered by changing the composition of elements or changing the process of production. So just copying. There are some entrepreneurs who does not produce anything new. They just copy it from the others. That is what is being practiced in foreign countries. They just copy it and they remodel it or redesign it and change according to the existing situation for their own country. So these entrepreneurs are called as a imitative entrepreneur. Next is Fabian entrepreneur. These entrepreneurs are said to be conservators and skeptical about plasticizing any change in their organization. What's the meaning of skeptical? Having doubts, not convinced at all. That's called as a skeptical. Plasticizing modeling. They are of risk averse type. They do not simply change to the changes happening in the environment. So Fabian entrepreneurs are very conservative and skeptical. That is, they will not be happy with something, or they will be always having a doubt about plasticizing any change in their organization, bringing about any change. They are of risk averse. They doesn't want to face any risk. They do not simply change to the changes happening in the environment. If the environment changes, these entrepreneurs will not change at all, but they adapt themselves to the changes only as a last resort when they fear that non-adaptability to changes will inevitably lead to loss or collapse of the enterprise. They would like to follow in the footsteps of the predecessors. Example, Nurses Coffee. So these entrepreneurs, they doesn't want change at all. They will never change at all. If at all they want to change, they will change only at the last minute when they come to know that even now if we didn't change, we will be facing a loss. Only at that situation, these entrepreneurs will change. So those entrepreneurs are called as a Fabian entrepreneur. That too, how they will change? They will just follow the footsteps of their predecessors. Example, Nurses Coffee. Drawn entrepreneurs. Drawn entrepreneurs are those who are totally opposed to changes unfolding in the environment, who are totally opposed to changes. They doesn't like any changes at all. Those entrepreneurs are called the drawn entrepreneurs. They used to operate in the niche market, that is selling only to a speculated segment of a market is called as a niche market. The main difference between Fabian entrepreneur and drone entrepreneur is that Fabian entrepreneur adapts to change eventually as a last resort. Drone entrepreneur never adapts himself or herself to change. Example, Gopal tooth powder. So these drone entrepreneurs, they do not like any change at all. They will never change their product. They used to operate in the niche market, that is, they will sell their products only to a special segmented area. So these drone entrepreneurs are also more or less same like that of the Fabian entrepreneurs. The only difference is that the Fabian entrepreneurs will change at least at the last minute, but these entrepreneurs never adapt himself or herself to any change. Example, Gopal tooth powder. This Gopal tooth powder remains a change how it was 50 years back. The same is like that the powder even today. Next one, classification according to type of business. First one, business entrepreneur. Business entrepreneur is called solo entrepreneur. So business entrepreneur is also called by another name called as a solo entrepreneur. He or she is the one who conceives an idea for a new product, service, and establishes a business enterprise to translate his idea into reality. So he is the one who conceives an idea, who gives an idea for a new product and establishes a business enterprise to translate his idea into reality. Whatever idea is giving, he wants that idea to be put into practice. He takes up the production, operation and pursues marketing activities. So these type of entrepreneur is called as a business entrepreneur. He is the owner of the idea for a new product. Next, trading entrepreneur. Trading entrepreneurs are those who restrict themselves to buying and selling finished goods. Trading entrepreneurs are those who restrict themselves, control themselves, or lessen themselves to buying and selling finished goods. They may be engaged in domestic and international trade. Their core strength lies in distribution and marketing. They get their income by way of commission and marketing. So these entrepreneurs, they restrict to buy and sell the finished goods. They are engaged in domestic and international trade. Their core strength is what? Distribution and marketing. By doing so, they will be getting the commission and thereby they get the profit. Next is industrial entrepreneur. These are entrepreneurs who manufacture products to cater to the needs of consuming public after identifying the need left unfulfilled by the manufacturer hitherto, that is till now. They may be small, medium and large entrepreneurs. Industrial entrepreneurs mobilize the resources of various types and create an entity to manufacture the products or service. So industrial entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs who manufacture products for the needs of the consuming public after identifying the need left unfulfilled by the manufacturer hitherto. So till now, who is not produced the particular product, those product will be produced by entrepreneur. That entrepreneur is called as an industrial entrepreneur. He may be either small or medium and a large. What he will do, he mobilize all the resources of various types and create an entity to manufacture the products or service. Next is corporate entrepreneur. Corporate entrepreneur is called as promoter. He or she takes initiative necessary to start an entity under corporate format. So corporate entrepreneur is called as promoter. He always takes initiative necessary to start a business under corporate format. So corporate entrepreneur assemble all the resources and put in place organization to run the business on a day-to-day basis. In corporate form of organization, ownership and management are separated. Very important point. So in the corporate form of organization, ownership and management are separated. Both are not the same. Corporate entities are registered under the Companies Act or under the Trust Act. Corporate entrepreneurs install a team of experts to manage the entity on a day-to-day basis. So corporate entities are registered under the Companies Act or under the Trust Act. Corporate entrepreneurs install a team of experts to manage the entity on a day-to-day basis, to manage the company on a day-to-day basis. So any entrepreneur who is running his business based on the corporate model is called as a corporate entrepreneur. He is also called by the name promoter. Next is agricultural entrepreneur. So agricultural entrepreneurs are those entrepreneurs who raise farm products, that is agricultural products, and market them. They use various inputs like labor, fertilizer, insecticide, water, technology, etc. to raise the products and market their products either directly or through cooperative entities or through brokers or through tie-up with large retailers. So those entrepreneurs are called by the name agricultural entrepreneur. That is, who produce various agricultural products with the help of labor, fertilizer, insecticide, water technology, etc. And they will sell the product either directly or through cooperatives or through brokers or having a tie-up with the large retailers. Those who raise allied products like poultry, meat, fish, honey, skin, agriculture implements, flour, silk, fruits, prawn, etc. are called agricultural entrepreneur. So those entrepreneurs who are dealing with poultry, meat, fish, honey, skin, agricultural implements, flour, silk, fruits, prawn, etc. are called agricultural entrepreneur. These entrepreneurs pursue their venture in agricultural. Next is retail entrepreneurs. Retail entrepreneurs are those who enter into venture of distributing the end product to the final consumer. So who is called as a retail entrepreneur? The entrepreneur who enter into the venture of distributing the final product, the completed product to the final consumer, to the last consumer. So wholesale entrepreneurs take up the venture of distributing the product to the retailer. Who gives the product to this retailer means it is the wholesale entrepreneur will gives the or distribute the product to the retailer, and this retailer used to buy the goods in small quantities from numerous wholesalers and make it available different products of different brands under one roof to end the consumers. So these retail entrepreneur will buy different product from different wholesalers and makes it available at under one roof to satisfy the consumers. So those entrepreneurs are called by the name retail entrepreneur. Next is service entrepreneur. Service entrepreneurs enter into the venture of supplying service product to the end consumers. So any entrepreneur who supplies the service products are called as a service entrepreneur. Hoteliers, airlines, banking, insurance and financial service providers, repair service organization, bus operators, train service, advisory organization, advertising firms, manpower supplier, etc. come under service entrepreneurs category. So any entrepreneur who is providing the service to the consumers are called as a service entrepreneurs. The services includes hoteliers, airlines, banking, insurance, financial service, repair service, bus operator, train service, advisory organization, advertising firms, manpower supplier, etc. Now the classification based on technology adopted. In the first one, technical entrepreneur, who is called as technical entrepreneur. So technical entrepreneurs are such of those craftsmen like welder, fitter, molder, draftsman, the one who draw the plan, turner, carpenter, goldsmith, tailor, photographer, repairer, weaver, sculptor, potter, wireman, or so on, who start small venture. So all the people who are involved in technical works, they are called as a technical entrepreneurs. So the persons who are doing the work like welder, fitter, molder, draftsman, turner, carpenter, goldsmith, tailor, photographer, repairer, weaver, sculptor, potter, wireman, etc. They turn out product or service of high quality. They simply focus on production rather than on marketing. So these entrepreneurs' duty is only to focus upon production. They do not do any marketing works. This type of entrepreneur demonstrates their creative talents by producing innovative products. So these entrepreneurs demonstrate their creative talent by producing some new products, new innovative products produced by themselves with their own idea. Next is non-technical entrepreneur. Non-technical entrepreneurs are those who do not possess any technical competence to produce the goods or service but have special talent to market the product successfully. So non-technical entrepreneurs, they doesn't have any technical quality to help for the production of the goods, but only one work they do is what? They have special talent to market the products successfully. Next is professional entrepreneur. Professional entrepreneur is one who is having a rich expertise in starting a venture but lack interest in continuing the venture as a manager or as a owner. See, professional entrepreneur is one who is having a rich expertise. He is very much rich or expert in starting a business, but he is not interested to start a business and function as a manager or as a owner. He has a capacity, he has a qualification, he has a talent, but he hesitates to do. He simply sells out the venture started by him to someone else after his successful takeoff. So he is the one who started. After his good stage, what happens? He is feeling as bored to be as a manager and he will sell his company to somebody else. They keep on conceiving new ideas to develop alternative projects. These entrepreneurs have got professional expertise in starting the venture and existing it after the establishment. So these entrepreneurs have very good, they are expert in starting the venture, but they do not continue. After certain stage, they will sell it to somebody else. Next, classification in terms of motivation. So based on motivation, we can call the first entrepreneur as a pure entrepreneur. Who is this pure entrepreneur? Pure entrepreneurs are individuals who are propelled to enter into venture by psychological and economic motives. So these entrepreneurs are individuals who are propelled, forced to enter into venture by psychological and economic motives. Their egos do not permit them to work for somebody else. Their egos do not allow them to work for somebody or to work under somebody. They nurture desire of starting a particular venture and earning high profit therefrom and thus attaining a social status. They apply their knowledge, skill and insight in making the venture a great success in order to earn maximum profit out of the venture. So these people, they will run a business, start a business, run the business, and their main aim is to what? Get a high profit and attain a very good name or high status in the society. They apply their knowledge, no doubt in that, skill and insight in making the business a great success so that they can earn a maximum profit. Example, Dhirubhai Ambani, Jamshedji Tata, T.V. Sundaram Iyengar, Seshadriji, Birla, Narayana Murthy, Aziz Premji and so on. Next one is induced entrepreneur. An induced entrepreneur is one who is inspired to take up entrepreneurial activity thanks to entrepreneurship friendly policies put in place by the government. In other words, concessions, incentives and soaps provided by the government drive them enter into venture. So there are some entrepreneurs who start business mainly to get the concession, incentives and soaps that are being provided for the entrepreneurs by the government. So government provides a great deal of support in the form of loans, subsidies, nominal rate of interest, tax breaks, tax holidays, training, import of technology from abroad, concessions for export oriented item, allotment of sheds and lands at subsidized price, etc., impel the potential entrepreneurs to start the venture. So these are all the facilities given by the government or being given by the government even today to start the business. So there are some entrepreneurs who are being attracted by all the facilities and then they decide to start the business. Next is motivated entrepreneur. Motivated entrepreneurs are those motivated to take up venture by the desire for self-fulfillment. For the desire for self-fulfillment. They are motivated to produce and market product or service by sheer prospect of making huge profit. So they are motivated to become a businessman and their main aim is to start a business, run a business and get a huge profit. They are further motivated to develop the venture to a saleable stage so that he can sell the venture at a super profit to certain entrepreneurs who do not like to take risk in setting up a new venture. So these entrepreneurs, first they will start the business, run the business to the successfully and they'll get a huge profit, and on certain stage they will sell this successful business to someone else who do not like to take any risk in setting up of a new venture. So those type of entrepreneurs are called as a motivated entrepreneur. Next is spontaneous entrepreneur. These entrepreneurs have natural inclination to start venture. These entrepreneurs have natural inclination to start a business. They are supposed to be bold, optimistic and enterprising person. So from their small childhood, these persons' mind will be always thinking about the business. So they are supposed to be very bold, optimistic, thinking everything positively and enterprising person, business person. They have passion, that is love for meeting the challenges. Their inner age and inborn traits drive them to commence their venture. So their inner urge and inborn traits, qualities drive them to commence, start their venture, start the business. Next, classification based on development stage. First generation entrepreneur. First generation entrepreneur is one who starts the business by virtue of his knowledge, skill, talent and competence. He innovates a product. So first generation entrepreneur is the one who starts the business by using his own knowledge, skill and talent. He innovates. He finds a new product serviced by technical expertise possessed by him. These entrepreneurs do not have any family background or prior exposure to the venture initiated by them. They are self-made entrepreneurs. So these entrepreneurs, they have their own knowledge, skill and talent. They doesn't have any family background. That means none of their family members will come forward to help in their business. They start and run the business only by themselves. They are self-made entrepreneurs. Modern entrepreneur. Modern entrepreneur is one who keenly observes the dynamics of the market with eagle eye and identify the unfilled gaps if in any in product or service marketed. He takes initiative in starting the venture to cater to the unmet needs of the market. So modern entrepreneur, what he will do, he will keenly watch the movement in the market with eagle eye, கழுகு கண்ணு அந்த பார்வையில் பார்க்கறது. Keenly watch and identify the unfilled gaps. So this particular product is not satisfying the customer. So some new product based on this we have to produce. Like that they will make up their mind and they will study the market and they will be producing the product. He takes initiative. He come forward and take initiative in starting a business. What for? To cater to the unmet needs of the market. So far products does not come to the market at all. they will produce those products. Those entrepreneurs are called as a modern entrepreneur. They will study the market well and select a product such that that product will definitely reach all the consumers, because those product was not come to the market at all so far. Next, classical entrepreneur. Classical entrepreneur is one who starts his own venture as a family business. He will start his business as a family business. They are called lifetimers. They engage in business as a matter of routine. Entrepreneurs from the business families are called classical entrepreneurs. For instance, where son of provision merchant start his own provision shop, the former is called classical entrepreneur. There are some person or some entrepreneurs are called as a classical entrepreneur. Who is called like that means a person who start his family business itself. For example, if a father is a goldsmith, the son also will start the same goldsmith business. Father is a provision merchant, his son also will start the own provisional shop. So this type of entrepreneurs are called as a classical entrepreneurs. That is the one who start his own venture as a family business. That is the whole family. From the old age, they are doing the same business. Those entrepreneurs are called as a classical entrepreneurs. Classification according to area. So based on area, the entrepreneurs are divided as urban entrepreneur. We'll see what is that. Entrepreneur who commences his entrepreneurial activity in urban areas like state capital, district headquarters, towns, municipalities, etc. Then he is called as urban entrepreneur. They may be industrial entrepreneur or corporate entrepreneur or retail entrepreneur. So any entrepreneur who is starting his business in urban area, that is either in capital, district headquarters or towns or municipalities, then he is called as a urban entrepreneur. He may be a, so since it is an urban area, he may be as industrial entrepreneur or a corporate entrepreneur or a retail entrepreneur. Next is rural entrepreneur. Rural entrepreneurs are the people who start their venture in the rural areas. They are provided a lot of economic and fiscal incentives by the government to start their business in rural or semi-urban areas in order to control the movement of rural people to urban areas in search of employment opportunity. Thanks to the immediate access to material, labor or other facilities at low cost. So we can see the agricultural and trading entrepreneurs set up their venture in rural areas and they will be carrying out all the rural works. Classification according to ownership. In that, the first we are going to see is a private entrepreneur. Ventures started by individual either singly or collectively at their own risk after mobilizing various resources in order to earn profit are called private entrepreneurship. So business started by a single person either singly or collectively at its own risk after using various resources mainly in order to earn a profit. Those entrepreneurs are called as a private entrepreneurs. Next is state entrepreneurship. Trading or industrial ventures started by government under various formats like company, corporation, departments, board denotes state entrepreneurship. So any business start by the government under various formats like company or corporation or departments or board, those entrepreneurship are called as a state entrepreneurship. Next is joint entrepreneurship. So ventures started and owned by both private individuals and government denotes joint ownership. So any entrepreneur or any venture or any business started and owned both by the private individual and by the government together called as a joint entrepreneurship. So far we have seen the different types of entrepreneurs based on function, based on type of business, based on technology, based on motivation, based on development, based on area, and based on ownership. I hope you have understood all the types of ownership very clearly. Thank you, students. I'll meet you in the next lesson very soon.